Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this morning. Got a big show lined up, some videos, special guests, all kind of good things happening. So let's get started with our weather brought to us by Haney Tactical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. School's getting underway shortly. Everybody will be starting either next week or end of this week, so start looking out for the school kids and all the school buses. And I saw where we're down from 10,000 students down to 8,000 as far as bus rides and all. That's interesting. So anyway, high today 88, low 78. The water temperature is down to 86 degrees. That's the low it has been. I checked my records. It hadn't been that low in over a month. The river reading brought to us by Mountain Dew. Take it outside with Mountain Dew. The Apalachicola Bluntstown at a 3.2, good and steady. And I keep getting, just talking about good and steady, I keep getting good and steady reports from the Apalachicola River system from Bluntstown all the way down to the bottom into the, as you get in the Apalachicola Bay, all those creeks and everything. I've been getting some good reports, just steady reports now. The Choctawhatchee at Caryville is reading this morning at 3.5. It went up now with a lot of this rain we've had the last couple of days. It's shot up, but it'll be dropping out, looks like, for the weekend if that rain stops shortly, which I think it will. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. We're looking at pretty neat tides today. 3:35 be the high tide, low tide at 1:35 right after lunch. The marine forecast will be coming out of west now, pretty steady at about 11, straight out of west at 11. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back and welcome Captain Rick Corley. Good morning.
Good morning.
Always glad to have him come on. Here's some his sidekick once a month with me. And what's been going on with you?
Well, not a whole lot. My daughter called me the other day and said, "Don't panic," but I'm at the hospital. They're doing a surgery on me. I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, I had appendicitis attack this morning." So they took appendicitis. She did no problem. She went through it smoothly and everything's fine. But it just, whoa, I need this. Like, but,
so everything's okay, huh?
Yeah, she's doing fine.
Yeah. I always had a standard joke working with teenagers my whole life. As students, I'd always have some set joke for them if some of them been out a while. I said, "Where have you been?" I'd come back in the classroom. "Where have you been?" "Hey, Coach, I had to go to the doctor." I said, "Don't tell me you went to the brain doctor. They couldn't find anything." Yeah. I always had jokes like that. They always got a kick out of that.
Yeah, well, I told Piper, I said, "You went to the hospital for brain surgery. They took your appendix out."
That's right. Let's get into some pictures. We got all kind of pictures to show. We've been busy this last week or so, folks. But Panhandle Outdoors been doing some serious fishing, and I'm going to start off with this one. This is off the Seminole Wind, 45-pound amberjack called Opening Day. And that was a fine trip. We'll have that video coming up soon. Here's my buddy Richard with the biggest red snapper. That's a 36-inch red snapper. Richard does a good job. He fought that fish hard, and we just had a great trip. And like I say, we'll get that video next day or two. I just ran across this. When someone asks how much your new rod was in front of your wife, you don't ask me that in front of my wife. Just cause it was $300 or $400. Don't ask me that. Okay, James Wesky sent this. James, one of my former students, he and his sister both excellent fishermen. Now he's a proud dad at the moment. His son Ethan hooked and landed his first tarpon, a 50-pounder off the pier, right out here off the county pier. There's a tarpon right there. That is a fine one.
That's
good
fun.
job.
That's a fun fish.
That is a fun fish. It sure is. Good job, Ethan. Michael Harris sent this in. His son, y'all know Braden, and what happened, Braden got that cap there, Sunjammers, and then got a West Bay trout, 20-inch West Bay trout. So he's keeping it local. But that hat right there down at Sunjammers, look how that hat, the reason I put on there, that a lot of shade.
Yep.
And it bends down like that. I'm gonna get one of those. I really am. I need to put Panhandle Outdoor sticker on it though. All right, Bo Drummond. He said Bo sent this. Hey Coach, wanted to share another picture of my 10-year-old Luke Drummond with a Choctawhatchee River flathead. Let's get it over here.
That's a good catfish.
Choctaw River Flathead. That's some good fishing over there.
Yep.
Thank you both for sharing that, and thank you for taking our kid fishing. That's great. Okay, got this from buddy Lester Anderson. Hope all is well with you. We had a good day fishing today. 4 red snapper. We could not keep 3 grouper that were too small. 3 black snapper, and the biggest grouper I've ever landed. This is his son. That's Heath. He and the son went out. Let me go and get Heath up here.
That's
Okay.
a nice fish.
That is a 40-pound grouper.
Yeah.
Heath and Lester Anderson, and they had a good day. Went out on their own. Let me see. I got it here. Here it is right here. That's better. There it is laid out. That's some good fish right there.
Yeah, it is.
There it is. Lester and Heath right there. Good job. In the backyard getting ready to clean them up. Lester's originally from Mobile. He keeps me posted on everything going on over in Mobile. I thought this was funny. Welcome, they're talking about the traffic. Welcome to Destin. How much longer before this traffic starts moving? Now,
that's true. That is true right there.
I thought that was pretty true right there. So we had all kinds of things. I want to say a special good morning to Joe Palmer from Atlanta. He watches the show on YouTube every morning. Joe, we appreciate the viewership. And we have a mutual buddy, Wendy Colson from Valdosta. And we just finished up, speaking of mutual friends, we just finished up the Carabel Sea Quarters tournament. We had something happen that had never happened before, and it was quite some kind of tournament. You've been to Carabel a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That's a special area, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It really is. Good folks down there, and they take the fishing serious.
My great-grandfather was the one who established Carabel.
Was he really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Zeke Corley and all of the Corleys down there are some kin one way or the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got kin folks all down there?
All over the place around here, yeah.
I tell
That's
people,
a scary thought, but yeah.
It's one of the last fishing villages.
Yeah.
And there used to be a restaurant there. People always ask me, what was the name of that old restaurant down there? The old timers.
Julie
remember.
Mays.
What was it?
Julie Mays.
Julia Mays. And it was, it's not, all those old restaurants now, used to be right there close to the water. They just brought you a pot full of fish and everything.
Yep.
We don't have those anymore.
They had a seafood platter that if you ate it all, you a better man than me. But I tell you what, it was good.
People would come down from Tallahassee, Panama City, all would go down.
There's a place down there now, though, that does pretty good, too, called The Fisherman's Wife.
You know what? We ate there.
That's good food?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was excellent food. It's right across the road from Sea Quarters. So if you're down in there, that was some really good food. We ate there twice.
Yep. They
The
do
Fisherman's
good.
Wife.
Yep.
That's a good deal. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. I do have one more picture now. This was our trip on the Seminole Wind last week, and like I said, we got the video coming up. You know what a good time we have on. Actually, we went with Billy 2 times, and we went on this trip because we could catch amberjack. And on that one day was the last day of snapper season too. So we had a fine trip, had a lot of fun, and a lot of fish. Speaking of amberjack season, it started off, of course, August 1st. It's going strong. I've seen some good amberjack caught, not any really huge ones, but some really nice ones caught. I did see where somebody caught a 90-pounder, and also some big king mackerel caught over toward Mobile at a tournament over there in Mobile. So AJ season going strong. It's talking about season now. Man, Bill Allen mentioned this yesterday. Scallop season starts next Friday. That's going to be August the 15th, and it's going to be. Let's see. I say the 15th. We got a date. Let's go to the 16th. Bill said the 15th. I just said the 15th. Friday will be August the 16th. Okay, it opens up on a Friday, and it'll run for a month, and it's going to be a good season on St. Joe Bay. The scallop count was in. Yep. High as anybody in the state this year, other than one other place. So it's fascinating how the recovery's been made. I want to encourage you to, make sure you equip with a diver's flag. You got to have all the proper safety features on a boat. You being a boatman, you know about that.
Yep. And if you see the diver's flag and you're within 100 yards of it, for gosh sakes, go down the island, because you can have somebody right there on it. And you don't want to do that.
Rick, you brought up something right there, a 100-yard rule. Just a football field, and everybody knows the size of the football field. And we used to be adamant about that, and everybody did. And that's out the window now. You don't see people in a crowded place like St. Joe Bay is going to be, or back here. It's just turned into an area where where people have no, I don't know if it's a lack of respect about what you're doing or just they're so focused on what they're doing. I don't know, but they'll come up within 15 yards. I've showed it to them on video.
It's the me generation. I'm sorry, but it is, and they just I don't know. It's dumb because if you run over somebody, you can't undo it.
Yeah.
Now you got a real problem.
For the most part, over the years, I've done the St. Joe Bay for, goodness gracious, 40, 50 years, I guess. And most people, the vast majority, about 90% of people, are really, really good about obeying the speed laws. But it's always
always that 3% that's going to be stupid.
And I saw it several years back. A guy just went flying through the area and divers all around. I don't know. So you just got to always watch that, like on the highway. You always got that one crazy person. Now since the hurricane, we have a lot more crazy people out there. But
my dad says the bad part is they're reproducing fast and we can take them out.
I'm telling you, so you just got to really drive defensively on the water also. So watch out for it. Now, as far as the location of the scallops, I really haven't been out there. I would say the 3 foot, area, you want to get between the grass and the sand. And scalloping is just one of the most fun activities out of all.
It used to be off Davis Point. You get in that 6 to 8 foot of water.
Yeah.
And when snorkeling, you could get them like it was going to stop.
Any kind of indentation in the sand and all. That's what Bill was talking about yesterday when they went down to Steinhatchee last week and got there. There's in those little holes. And what you do is just go around those holes. And if you remember the videos we've done over the years, that's where they're going to be. So that's going to be opening up next week. Okay. Now. Also, the ideal way to scallop, now remember you can only get one limit for the day, and a lot of people want to go out in the morning and get a limit and then come back in the afternoon and get a limit. You can't do that. If you see people doing it, call FWC and let them know. We want to spread it out so there'll be enough scallops
for everybody. I mean,
as simple as that.
It's like the old days. I used to hear some people would brag about, well, we shot so many hundreds of ducks. I says, you can't eat that many ducks. Why are you doing that? That's stupid. Shoot what you need to eat and quit.
Well, yeah, and it's just a different mindset. Back then, it was just a different mindset because they were just, I think it came from the Depression era where we want to kill so many to eat, but those days are long gone. So you just get enough to have a meal or two and save some for your fellow sportsmen. Okay?
I love when I used to go out in Idaho and go hunting with the Indians out there.
Oh, you're talking about that.
They'd sit down and decide how much of the meat they needed, and they figure out, okay, we can do this probably in 4 days. And so we would pack out for 4 days and go. If we killed all of the requirements in an hour, hunt's over. We go home. We got what we got.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
One of the, I was mentioning too about one of the great things that we enjoy off this show is of course our viewers, and we're in constant contact with our viewers and all.
You got a guy from Los Angeles.
Well, we mentioned that last week, and Jeff, puts this show on YouTube right after it closes out, so it's on YouTube, and we've just got to. And I don't want to belittle. I mean, our regular viewers is what keeps us going, but when our YouTube viewers will reach out to us and all, we appreciate that. But also a lot of folks that have moved into the area, not just and those are the ones that really have learned. A buddy of mine who became a friend several years back, he moved up from South Florida, Bill Roxby, and lives over Santa Rosa Beach. And Bill, we ran into Bill over at Nick's Kids Tournament over there last week and did a little. It was good to see him because he's emailed me back and forth. He watched the show and get a lot of information off the show. He'll thank me for talking about this or that. And I ran into him, so I said, well, let's do a quick interview and let people see who we are and all. So here's one of our viewers that's moved in from South Florida, is a permanent resident up here in Panhandle, and a good outdoorsman and a good fellow. So Jeff, let's roll this video. All right, just one of the first guys I ran into, one of our viewers, Bill Roxby, over here at Santa Rosa Beach.
Yes, it is.
Tell the folks a story about moving here not too long ago.
3 years ago, we moved here and not knowing anything about the area, and beautiful beaches, and I'm a fishing nut. Started watching the show in the morning, and the information that you guys give the people who don't know. I mean, there's guys out there, and you talk about their experience and their knowledge. But the rest of us that just moved here kind of piece it together. And because of your show, I'm telling you, I've caught a few more fish. I've got a lot to learn, but it keeps me going. And I watch every day. The kids watch every day, and we appreciate what you guys do. I don't know how long you've been doing it, but
Well, thank you.
we appreciate
We've
it.
been doing about 13 years, and this is one of our loyal viewers. I know we've talked before and all. It's so great. And y'all fish today, right?
We fish.
Okay, tell us about the fishing trip.
Well, I've reviewed a lot of tapes from your show, and I didn't see much on catfish.
We'll cover that next time.
But we did, and it was tough. I don't know if the water conditions, the bay's extremely hot, the water temperatures. It was tough out there. We tried to catch catfish. My wife texts me and she says, honey, just try to catch redfish. Because when you try to catch redfish, you catch far more catfish.
That's true.
So we went to that. We ended up with a few. We've got a cooler in the back of the truck with a couple, and hopefully they'll weigh today, and
All right.
we'll do all right.
Wow, we're getting ready to weigh them in, and also it's great seeing you. Great, you take your family outdoors out there. This is awesome.
All the time. Yes, we do. And I can't thank you guys enough for what you do. Thank you so much.
All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's take a look at our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers out in Port St. Joe, and we appreciate all of our sponsors. 6:22 to 8:22 this morning, and this evening 6:47 to 8:47, and don't forget Friday night, the National Wild Turkey Federation, their banquet is going to be right there at the First Methodist Church downtown. Well, I'll be there, and along with my better half, Gail, and a lot of us will be there. If you get a chance to come down to it, it's a lot of time. Let them know ahead of time you're coming, okay? Also, I'm going to have to show you this set of pictures. I took these pictures, okay? It's one subject, and I cannot tell you where I took it, but this was just recently, in fact, just a couple days ago. Now look at this. This is a buck, obviously, and this is this not? I mean, look at that, Rick. Isn't that a pretty buck?
Beautiful.
I just started clicking away on my phone, and this is I can't tell you where it's at, but I can tell you I'm not going to hunt this buck because it's in an area where you really can't hunt. But I'm sure going to watch it. See the velvet. You can see the velvet all through on the horns and all.
Oh man, that was a pretty shot.
And that's in an area where there's not a lot of food. That's what's amazing. They're not in that area. There's not a lot of food, so they keep going. Okay, Rick, you and I are going to be doing what pretty soon?
Well, we're going to, once this weather settles out a little bit, I've got to go do what they call a biennial review for keep my pilot license up to snuff. And I thought, well, you know, we try to do things, and that's one of the things that helps the show, I think, is we don't just do one or two things. You do a lot of different things, and sometimes it's interesting, you know, to see something different. So I'm going to go out and do my biennial review, and I'm going to try to get Professional Aviation to let us use a 4-seater instead of a 2-seater, and let you go in the back seat and film it while we go up and terrorize the neighborhood.
So we're going flying.
Yeah,
we're going flying. Okay.
Maybe go down the beach.
I'm going to put in that airport out here, and then we're going to go down toward the beach.
Yeah, probably go down and go over the beach and then come back. And
first thing I'm going to be looking for now is going to be those king mackerel.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a good way to find them is from the air. You can see them.
Those spotter planes used to do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Danny Redfield used to put the same boats on them right quick that way.
Okay, how high we're going to be up there?
Oh, well, it could vary. I'm going to try, if I can, to do an aerial photograph of a place that we used to own, which is now the Grand Marlin. And I have a picture that we showed on here.
Okay.
You know, back in 1962, I took the picture.
That's on Grand Lagoon there.
So it's right next door to Anderson's.
Okay.
And it's Lighthouse Marina. And I want to try to fly down the lagoon and get another picture at the same point. And since I did the first one, I think I can do that. And get that picture and try to, you know, maybe give them 2 pictures to compare, and they can blow them up and put them on the wall. It'd be kind of nice.
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So Panhandle Outdoors is going to be flying. We're going to put
Don't
Jeff.
know when. We got to wait till this weather clears.
Jeff, you want to go? About a shaking head.
No.
Jeff don't like to fly.
I know. He'd rather be out there in that dangerous thing called a car.
So we're going now. We got to wait till the weather sort of clears up.
Yeah.
It's been stormy. off and
Otherwise
on.
you're going to be
Yeah.
dodging rain squalls, and that's no fun.
We don't want to do that. And so, what size plane is it?
It'd probably be a Cessna 172 Sky.
Cessna 172. How long you been flying? How long you had?
Well, I started April the 1st, 1958.
That's a pretty good while.
That was my first lesson, and I got my license at 16.
Okay.
You know, and I actually was supposed to be 17. But you know.
I got to get permission from my wife to do this, and she got to always double check my insurance policy, make sure it's valid and all.
I'm not going to. That's one thing about it. You're flying with me, and I like me a whole bunch. I'm one of my favorite people, so if I'm all right, you're going to be okay.
Gail's dad was an amazing man, and he was I've mentioned on the show, a World War II pilot.
Yeah, he was.
Flew that P-38 and some missions.
That's the airplane I'd love to fly.
And he had some amazing stories. Gail had never been on a plane, but her dad was a pilot. But
the P-38 shot down more Japanese fighters than any other airplane in the Pacific did.
I'll see if I can find some more pictures and all. He was, that was an amazing plane. Yeah. But he said, one thing he told me, he said it was so loud, his hearing as he got older, he had engines on both sides,
right.
So he couldn't,
the other thing is you had Garrett superchargers right there by you.
Yeah.
And those things turned up so high, they have a high frequency pitch to them, and that's probably more than the engines themselves. I've flown P-51s, and they're loud, but if you got headsets on, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Hearing protection was important. Back then, they didn't really.
They didn't do it. They didn't realize it back then. Yeah.
No.
But now we do. Same way with sun protection. Talking about going outdoors and everything, and we didn't realize that.
That's
Even
correct. And that's real important.
It's got to work when I mow my yard. I start putting hearing protection on without sitting right on top of the engine.
Well, you noticed we were wearing it the other day when we
at the gun range.
I bet you.
Yeah. We got to get out of here, Rick. Thank you again, buddy, for coming on. Let's go get some breakfast.
That works.
Sounds good. Thank you all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. We always appreciate the viewership, and do something good today for your fellow man. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.